Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be opening EVs, so let's get down to it. Alright, so electric vehicles. I specifically haven't posted an unboxing video in a few weeks so I could curate this collection so we could have a nice themed video to unbox. So we have the Lucid Air, which I had the absolute pleasure of seeing in person. It is a huge car, a beautiful car, and extremely luxurious, so I cannot wait to unbox this one. Over here, falling down, we have the 2021 Ford Mustang Mach E, Ford's Mustang crossover SUV type thing that had mixed reviews from car enthusiasts, but I think it's pretty cool, and I have it. We also have the 2022 Ford F-150 Lightning, designed to compete with the Rivian R1T. It also now has to compete with the Chevy Silverado EV and the GMC Sierra EV and Rams EV. And of course, a car from the one who started it all, Tesla, the Tesla Model Y. This is the best-selling EV in the world. So it's fairly popular, if I must say so myself. All right, so let's start unboxing these cool cars. First up, I will unbox the 2022 Ford F-150 Lightning. This car has up to 320 miles of range and starts at just under, and I mean just by $5 under 50 grand. This one has some messed up packaging that is from shipping. I usually get them from retailers, but I had this one shipped so I could complete the collection. So let's unbox it. Let's see how hard this one's gonna play. Oh wait, got a hole. This one has a second piece of plastic keeping it in. That is super surprising. Hot Wheels and Matchbox never has that. All right. Ford F-150 Lightning. Good looking, actually. I actually think this looks a lot better in 1/64 scale than I thought it would. See, we have the charge door right there. Crew cab, as all cars are now, all trucks are nowadays. Looks like a short bed. F-150 on the back, little Ford logo right there, light bar across, no license plate. It sits the way a truck should sit, pretty high up. The grille is completely flat, besides a few bumps on the front, which I would think is really cheap if that's not how the truck actually came. The truck does come like this because it doesn't need a grille because it's electric. These side mirrors are huge on this casting. What in the world? Those are, you can see that. They're huge. Ford logo is also pretty big. We got plastic body, metal base, of course. Let's see if we can see inside. Basic gray interior. Got a ribbed roof. Got a two-tone bed. Not really in the actual vehicle, but different castings, the plastic and the metal. Very cool. Rolls well. I like it. I like it a lot more than I thought I would. The front is pretty detailed. I wouldn't say this is necessarily a cheap casting. I thought this one was going to be pretty cheap looking. But it actually is very nice. The light bar on the front. I like the detailing on the hood. I think it looks nice. Generic wheels, though, that's a problem, I think, with this one. They're not super generic, but they're not exactly what I was hoping for on this truck, especially because it's an electric vehicle. Electric vehicles all have these kind of smooth rims. I'll have a picture of it right here on the screen. But this casting does not. I guess it'd be too expensive to create whole new wheels for electric cars, since most of the cars Hot Wheels make are inspired off of gas cars and Matchbox. Same thing. So let's move on to the 2021 Ford Mustang Mach E. This one is in a really nice red. I actually quite like that color. It is number 65 out of 100 in the series. Oh, that reminds me. The F150 Lightning is 84 out of 100. Also, I want to give a shout out to a commenter on a video from a few weeks back. I'll have his name right up here. He informed me that on the moving parts, these numbers are not the production run. It is the number that the car is in the series, just like on regular mainline Matchbox. So big shout out. Thank you very much for the correction. So let's unbox this electric Mustang Mach E. Finally got it open. Upside down, but open. All right. Took way longer than it needed to. Ford Mustang Mach E. It's a lot oranger on camera. It is definitely more of a sparkly red in person. This one, paint kind of feels weird. Maybe it's a slightly different material or something, but yeah, definitely the body feels different. It has a plastic base, metal body, same with the Ford. Other Ford, I spoke incorrectly when I said that it had a metal base earlier. I like the front end with that black stripe. It's kind of, arced around the Mustang logo. I think that's pretty cool. I like that styling choice. We have the headlights, LEDs. I really like the detailing on that. Those are nice. In person, they look a lot better too. The side profile of this car is nice. It's not my favorite side profile, but it is nice. We have the charge port. Also, forgot to mention on the Lightning, there's a charge port on each side. Why that is, I have zero idea, but there is. Again, generic rims. Yes, the Lucid has same rims, just a different color. So I'll have to show that off when I unbox that. The wheels do stick out a lot on this one. I don't know why. Some of the other, these just slide a lot compared to some of the other cars. A lot more play in the wheels. And they sit out more. Don't know if you can really tell on camera, but they sit out a lot more. Yeah, this is a transparent roof, as far as I can tell. You know what? I stand corrected. It is, no. Okay, it's transparent. Barely though, it's very opaque. Like I can barely see the dashboard on the inside. You may not even be able to see it on camera. Here we go, we can kind of see it there. Very almost opaque, very not translucent, I guess you would say, glass. Extremely dark. I am surprised about how dark that is. You'll be able to see every piece of dust on it. Very small prancing pony right there. Rolls nice, sits low to the ground. This front wheel is wonky though. I'm not sure if you can tell. Yeah, you can kind of see it there on the spin. There to the back wheel, which spins smooth. Very interesting. I don't know if I've ever really seen a box defect in a Hot Wheels or a Matchbox like that. I've seen paint chips and stuff, but never a wheel defect. That's usually reserved for like Auto World and Johnny Lightning and Green Light. Specifically Green Light. They're kind of rough. Anyway, very nice Mustang Mach E. Very beautiful color too. Next up, the Lucid Air. This car starts at $82,000. $82,400, has a 516 optional range. So also, all the ranges I'm going to mention are not the base range. This is the range you can, pay more for. And on the Mach E, it has 312 miles of range and starts at $5 under $43,000. I kind of feel like Ford does that on purpose. They must want you to think that it's so much cheaper than the next 1,000 up, but it's only $5. So this is an ultra luxury car, Lucid. This is part of Hot Wheels Green Speed, which I have another car in the series for. the Porsche. This was unboxed in a video a few weeks back. You should go check it out. I will have the name listed right there. So the Lucid. All right. I saw this car on vacation, and where I was vacationing at, there was a mall, and in the mall was a Lucid showroom. It was two Lucids. It was really cool. One was gray, the other was like a maroon. It was really cool. Um, and I'll put the picture of Lucid up here. I know I already did it, but I'm going to show you again because it's so cool. So let's unbox it. Pray that it opens the first time. This is also 147 out of 250 in the series. All right. Oh, it fell. All right. Lucid. This is a fairly big matchbox. This one also, okay, this one's definitely the paint. The paint feels off on this one. It's like, it feels like matte looks. So, yeah. I like these spiky rims. And again, none of these rims are factory because of the whole thing I mentioned earlier. This has a translucent roof, more translucent than the Mustang, but still very dark. Very wide area for the windows. Very, very big trunk opening. The deck lid is just huge on this car. And both passenger seats in the rear and then, passenger driver in the front is just ginormous. There's a leg room for days. And, I'm not very tall, but I had a lot of leg room. And I'm sure somebody that's, 6 feet, 6'3" would have more than enough room. This car is very sleek looking, at least from the side. From the front, it's not as sleek looking, but it still looks very cool. Has those low profile headlights. We got Lucid on the bar right here. Very beautiful car in person. This does not do it justice. Here we got Lucid on the back light bar. This is a very cool rear view. I like that. Looks nice. Of course, plastic base, metal body. Looks like some shavings in here from when it was sealed. That's all right. Rolls nice, as is expected. So a story about why I decided to buy a Lucid in 164th. So when I went to the mall and went to the showroom, I was looking at, they had a paperweight for sale. It was like a Lucid paperweight. It was like metal gray, very, very cool. And I asked the associate how much it was. He went and looked it up. He said it was $40, which I was not about to drop that on a paperweight. All right. Yeah. And he said that he usually has some of the Hot Wheels models on him because Lucid supplies him with some for whatever reason. And he said he didn't have any now, but if he did, he would have given one to me for free just because, I was into it, obviously. He didn't, but I went and bought one because I was like, man, I got to commemorate that experience. So I went and bought one. It is very cool, very beautiful car, and you should see one day. And last but not least, the Tesla. Unfortunately, I cannot unbox this one because my mom owns a Tesla Model Y in this color. So it's going to sit in her car and be really cool because that's a really cool thing to do is have a little car in your big car. So the Tesla Model Y starts at $36,640 and has a maximum of 330-mile range, which is very good. Not as impressive as the Lucid's 516, but impressive nonetheless. So we're going to kind of view this one from the packaging. It is pretty accurate. I mean, Teslas aren't all that detailed. So, I mean, this is a very accurate casting. Kind of some bronze rims, a little weird. You can see the frunk lines, the Tesla logo. Rear end has the Tesla logo, a license plate that says 0 emissions, because what else would a Tesla say? Translucent top. This one's very translucent. It's pretty much just clear at this point. Very nice though. I'm gonna look for one of these, another one, so I can unbox it, and I will have probably just a short or maybe just a few minute long video on that, since I have this. But I do want to unbox one for y'all one day. So that completes the collection. Thank you so much for watching this video, especially if you watched all the way through. It means a lot. If you want, you can subscribe. I would love it. Make sure to like the video and comment. See you next time.